extra time.
John's Telegraph makes your life.
Faf, it looked like quite a nice relaxed practice out there, guys. Happy to be back playing with the white ball.
Jeez, I don't feel relaxed. I'm blown. Look, it's back to test, from test cricket to one day cricket, so it's important the last 2 days we wanted to step up the intensity a little bit, make sure we get through quite intense fielding. As you know, one day cricket is it's important to your fielding is up to standard. So yeah, 2 hard practices, ready for the game tomorrow.
Quite a short turnaround between now and even the third one.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you guys to sort of hit the ground running and make sure you're ahead in the series?
Yeah, I did feel yesterday it felt like it was a touch on the short side, like you're saying, a bit rushed. You're still feeling the after effects of the test series, which was a tough one mentally and physically. So yesterday, after practice, the boys are pretty tired. But it is what it is. We know that there's a quick turnaround, and as you mentioned, there's going to be not a lot of time in between games as well. So it's important to how you get yourself ready for the next game every time.
India only won 5 ODIs out of 27 when playing South Africa since 92. Do you think this record matters?
I think it tells a story. It means that there is something there that is difficult for the touring team to come and get accustomed to. But as I mentioned before the test series, I feel like this Indian cricket team has got the names on paper to try and challenge that and try and get some victories in South Africa, and then they proved that in the test series. They were a quality team, so I expect the same in this one day is coming up.
World Cup in 2019, what are your thoughts on the journey?
I think our mindset has changed. I mean, we've always been one of trying to focus on the now all the time, and when you get to a big tournament like you mentioned, that becomes your focus as well. And I feel this is the first time and the only time that we've really taken a small step away from the now and a bigger step into the future, where we're trying to see. This is the first time that every conversation we have as a selection panel or a captain or a coach to see how we can have a look at more players. That I personally haven't been involved in a vision like that. So it shows you that we are. Obviously, the now is very important, and then we play series to win series. But there's a big focus on how we can get a lot of guys opportunity, because when it's a year and a half or 2 years from now, you want to make sure that there's a group of players that has had time in the middle, time and against pressure situations. So you don't just hope that your 11 is fit all the time. That's the plan. As I said. I mean, it's difficult for me to guarantee because you don't know with balance. It's always about balance. But as an example, AB is not playing this game, so Aiden Markram is coming into his place, giving him an opportunity to bat in different places in our batting order, because I feel that's also a great way to evolve your own game, learn different situations in different times in one-day cricket. So that will be a nice learning curve for him, and hopefully he'll get some good runs for us.
Any particular element of surprise that's caught South Africa from a bowling perspective from the Indian attack?
I think, it was bowling friendly conditions, the test series, but I was surprised at how consistent the Indian seamers were. They were very, very consistent. So that showed us there was a lot of strength in their bowling department. The good thing, I suppose, that we can take into the one day is that from a batting point of view, there is still a few inroads we can make. We feel like we had some good plans in the test matches to certain batters. So still, if you can keep those guys quiet in the early doors of the series, you feel like you can, as a batting unit, you can keep them under pressure.
Just one about Jasprit Bumrah. It doesn't look like a classic test match bowler. So what were you used when he came in, when you first saw him, and in retrospect after the series ended?
Yeah, he was a surprise early doors for us from a test selection point of view, obviously because you had more experienced bowlers in the squad with Ishant, which didn't play originally, but I found he was very impressive. a guy that plays one-day cricket, and he's obviously a really good one-day bowler and T20 bowler, but I was really impressed with his consistency. He didn't bowl a lot of bad balls, which shows that he's someone for the future.
It's a short notice, but mentally is it as tough after such an intense series, and especially an ODI series between number 1 and 2 sets, which could be even more intense?
Yeah, no, it's very challenging mentally. As I said to you, that's honestly what I felt yesterday after training for the first time. You could feel that you're still a bit drained. That's the side effects of a very strong and powerful Test series, which was a lot of pressure. But I assume once we get into the competition of the one-day mode again, you'll make that switch again, because we've played a lot of one-day cricket. We've travelled and played a lot. Even the Indian side, then they're used to travelling a lot and playing a lot. So as soon as we get into the one-day competition, I believe that it will be better.
And just about having an eye on the 2019 World Cup, do you also sort of give yourself a little allowance with the results if you're trying new players and the results don't come?
You have to, but it is hard. As I said, I've always been of the belief that you play every game as hard as you can, try and win every single game. You do everything you can to try and win a game of cricket. But I do feel like we are a little bit more focused on 2 years' time now. So if you say that, you have to give yourself a little bit of allowance, because by doing that, you're not always playing your best team. And when you're playing in strong teams, you always want to play your strongest team. But I think we'll give some opportunities for young guys to come through this series. No, they're very good spinners. I mean, I've played against them obviously in T20s and in the IPL. Been very successful for India over the last while. Depending on how the wickets play, I mean, if it's generally the one-day wickets here don't spin a hell of a lot, but they've got good control. So the benefit of having spinners like that is they always look to get wickets. And if you get wickets, you put pressure on the batting side. So there'll be two important bowlers for the Indian cricket team.
Faf, how important is going to be the role of your spinners? We've seen today all 3 spinners were in tandem, they were bowling against in the middle. So how important is the role of the South Africans?
We won't play 2 frontline spinners together. Not with the balance of our team. But it is important then that your all-rounders in JP Duminy or Aiden Markram, those guys are prepared to bowl as a 6th bowling option. So they're working hard on their bowling as well. Obviously Imran is a quality bowler. He's been probably the biggest reason for our success in one-day cricket, is because he always keeps getting wickets. So he's a massive player for us.
401 matches for you in a short series where they can sort of slot in and they know what's expected. How important is that?
Yeah, very. Chris obviously is coming off quite a few injuries, so good to have him back. He's a very, very effective white ball player, so we're hoping to see the best of him again. It's important for us as a team that he gets good opportunity and even start winning games for South Africa, because if you look ahead in a year and a half's time, he's someone that has the capability to do something special in a big tournament. And then, as you said, JP and JP hasn't been on the side for a while, so it's great to have JP back. He's come positive from his domestic cricket, where he's captained well with his home team, and he feels like his batting has gone really well. So once again, it's important for him to put that into the national team. He needs to put in some good results, and the same with David Miller. He's been very good for us, Dave, over the last 2 years. He's also done really well, so great to have the 2 of them back.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.